Hey ballers, I'm Splat Girl Lisa Gleave. With paintball continuing to be the fastest growing extreme sport in the world, you're going to need some serious practice to keep your skills where they need to be in order to stay on top of the competition. That's where our host comes in. He has played with and against the top players from around the world and competed in a wide variety of extreme sports. Considered the best European player in the world, as well as one of the most respected teachers the sport has ever seen, all the way from Stockholm, Sweden, comes the star of One with the Gun, Maximus Lundqvist. Maximus, hi, welcome.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
for
you,
being
Lisa.
here. Pleasure.
Thanks for
So,
having me.
what things can we see from you today?
Today we're going to try to cover all the basic techniques in all the skills that you need to have to play on the top level of this sport. It's very, very technical, and we're going to cover everything from snap shooting to running and shooting, shooting in prone positions, breakout shooting, whatever you need to know to play competition paintball. And we're also going to have a little bit of help from our friends, the Splat Kids.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
How are you doing? Thank you for coming.
So me and the Splat Kids, we're gonna show you guys all the drills, go through all the basic techniques from scratch. And I think you're gonna enjoy it. I'm thinking you're gonna like the results you're gonna get from all of this. It's definitely helped us a lot. It has helped the Splat Kids a lot. Lisa, you're gonna get a lot of help from this. You're gonna be a very good paintballer after today.
Well, I'm excited. Obviously, I have the best with me, so I can't go wrong. All of this and more on Splat Magazine, One with the Gun. Section 1, the basic stance.
Wow, you're blinging, girl. Really.
Before you can start working on the more advanced techniques, you need to develop the more core paintball skills. These will come into play for each paintball exercise. You'll need to have them committed to the second nature before you'll start to see real improvement. Of these core abilities, nothing is more important than the basic stance. Maximus, show me how the basic stance works.
Feet shoulder width. Bend your knees a little bit. Lean forward, chest up, perfect. Now put your hands like you would have a gun like that. Perfect,
Feel like
that's
a
it.
Bond babe. Woo! All right, Max, how about you go to the field and show the Splat Kids how to do the basic stance, because I think I don't have it down.
I'll do that. What's up? We're down here at the Hollywood Sports Park with the Splat Kids, where we're gonna go through all the techniques. First, I'm gonna show you the basic stance. To be able to do that, we're going to have something we call a magic line. The magic line is a tool that we use. It's a line that goes from the player you're playing against, and it goes to the outside of the bunker. Now the goal with this whole technique is to get as close to the magic line as possible to help make our snap shooting and our game as tight as possible. Now what we also need is a parallel line. This line is going to help us with positioning ourselves when we play. We need to keep our feet on the parallel line when we're standing up and shooting, or when we're down on the knee shooting. I'm going to explain to you later why on the knee. Alright, and we have the magic line. We want to stand like an inch and a half on the inside of the magic line. And we want to keep our feet parallel like this. Because what we're doing is we're moving sideways to come out of the bunker, right? So we need to compensate for this movement, and this is going to give us very good balance. A lot of people, they stand and shoot like this, but our guns don't give a recoil like that, so we don't need to stand like that anymore. We need to stand like this. So the next step is now you get your feet parallel like that, about shoulder width. Now you bend your knees, you lean forward, you get your chest up. And the chest up is very important. Whatever sports you do, you see sprinters, when they go, they don't run like this. They always get the chest up, and that makes a whole difference. So you bend your legs, you lean forward, you take your chest up like this, a little bit like a like a gorilla, okay? So if you want to find this position easy and have good balance, you jump like this, and you land and come up a little bit. So, but you got to make sure you get a good balance. Okay, good. This is going to help us out a lot, because every time we're doing something, when we take a knee, or if someone starts shooting at us and we have to dodge real quick, we're gonna react much faster with our knees bent. Okay, if we stand like this, every time we make a move or do something, we're gonna have to start off with bending our knees and then take off, or bending our knees and then go down on the knee, or bending our knees and then dodge. So in paintball, it's so fast, you know. So we're like this. We're always ready for whatever might happen.
Section 2, snap shooting. In paintball, snap shooting is like chess. It takes a minute to learn and a lifetime to master. With a little help from his friends over at the Russian Legion, Maximus has developed a method that sets a new standard for accuracy and consistency. So, what's so special about this technique, Maximus?
Lets you work with better muscle groups. It's much easier to do the same thing every time you come on. So, and then you only show, by the way, I love your dress, Catwoman.
Oh, thanks.
Do the same thing here.
Woo. Sorry, back to work.
Focus. Okay, gun up. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come out like this and show only like maybe 30-40% of what you did in your old snap shoot.
So how about you go to the field and I'll stay here and work on my technique.
Okay, now that we know the basic stance, we are gonna move on to the snap shooting. This is pretty different from the old snap shooting. The old snap shooting movement is like this. They have the guns in like this. They move the whole body, moving the legs, moving the hips sideways, using the shoulders forward like this. Also, a lot of people use their hands like this, which is a lot of movement and it's a lot of information for the brain to do over and over again the same way. And what we want to do is we want to shoot the same way. So every time we come out, we shoot the same way. That way we know where the pin is going to hit. What we're going to do is we're going to cut it down to only using the abs and the lower back muscles and like roll out like this. Okay, so the difference is instead of moving like this and getting all our elbow out and everything, we're just going to roll out like this. And to show you the difference of exposure, I'm going to go behind the bunker here. First, I'm going to show you that old technique, which is the one you use your whole body. A lot of people, they want to lean their hopper in because they think they're showing, and that means the elbow comes out. So when they come out, bang, they're a very big target like this. The new technique where you just roll out the gun like that. Now all you show is your barrel, the outside eye, and the loader. And some people might think my loader is sticking out so much, but it really isn't. I mean, it's on the same line as the mask. And in that old technique, you still have your whole loader out no matter what. And this is what it looks like. Make sure you keep that nose parallel to the feed neck here. Good. So what we do is, we imagine that we have an axle going through the ASA and straight through the center of the tank. And the gun is going to be moving on that axle right there. So the gun does not move at all like this, back and forth, to the right and the left, or up and down. It just stays where we think the target is when we're inside the bunker. So you start at A, you move to B, and back to A. Now what this does is it just helps the brain to remember exactly how we shoot every time we come out. So we're going to shoot the same way every time we come out. Also, it's very easy to adjust it. If we imagine the target being there, we go out, we roll out, boom, we take a snapshot. If we shot a little bit to the left, we just rotate to the right and we roll out the exact same way, and now we're going to shoot a little bit to the right. And the same goes for up and down. Start off with, we're going to drop our guns. to get this movement going. And we're gonna stand up in the basic position like this. Bend our knees a little bit, lean forward, chest up like the monkey we were talking about before. Now, if we're doing it on the left side, we move out to the left side, so we get 70% on the left foot. Good. So we want to keep the hips still. If we move our hips to the side, our whole elbow is going to come out, and we don't want that. Hands on the shoulders. Put the thumbs up on the jaw like this, because we want the head to move with the upper body like that. Okay? So, lean out to the side. Good, like that. Boom. We only want the shoulders to go straight to the left. We don't want the shoulders to rotate at all like this, because if we do, the barrel is going to move as well. If we rotate to the sides like this, the barrel is going to go to the left and right. So this is also a good workout drill for you, just to get strong in the paintball muscles. Make sure your hips stay still. Everything from here and up moves together. Make sure the head doesn't go like this, because what the eyes want to do, they want to stay parallel to the horizon for balance like this. But we want to avoid that because we want the head to move with the gun like this. Good. It's better if you do the movement a little bit longer in the beginning, because you're going to stretch out and you're going to work out those muscles. Later on, it's very, very easy to just cut it down, make it a little bit shorter. Good, let me see. Good. Put a little bit more weight on that side that you go out to. A little bit wider feet. Good. Perfect. Good. Make sure the head comes with you. Like that. Good. We can grab a partner. If you grab a partner, like that. Look, aim at each other's barrels. Okay. Now I can see, for example, that you're hanging outside with your elbow, which means you can come up a little bit. Good, good, much better. Now try to bring the tank out a little bit. Good. And we do the movement together, aiming at each other's barrels, making sure the tank is still. Okay, go slow. Back and back. Good. So this way we look at each other. I see if he's moving his hips, if an elbow is sticking out. You know, I see how tight he's playing, and this could be a good training too. Elbow in a little bit there. Good. Go. One. Make sure you keep the barrel on my barrel, so you don't go move. Good. Bang. Good. Good. Get the tank out a little bit on the shoulder. Good. Elbows together a little bit. And then you come out a little bit closer. You remember that 70%? Good. Right arm in. Wrist a little bit straighter. This way you can come in there, you remember? Good. So what you want to think about when you do this is that you finish off at the starting point. If you start here, you rotate out to there, bang, and then you only go to where you started. This way, when you come in, bang, again, you can adjust and then just do the same movement again, and it's going to be much, much easier to hit the target the second time you come out. Okay, that's good. Now out. 1, 2. 1, 2. Come on. 1, 2. Elbows in and back. Elbows in. Good. Now the wave. Use first. Okay, go. Go. Yee. Find a magic line from the target to the outside of the bunker. Put your foot close to it. And then you put your knee above your foot by moving your weight over to that side. Then your elbow above your knee here. So everything comes in a vertical line. Make sure your hips don't move back and forth. The only thing that comes out is your gun and your hopper and your outside eye. Okay, the basic stance is straight, right? If we have a straight bunker. If we have a more angled bunker, get the gun parallel to the bunker by doing this. And now we can use muscle force pulling yourself in. Instead of if you go like this, you show your whole elbow and everything. we gotta rely on gravity to pull us down. So you're gonna get a quicker snapshot by doing this. Okay, it looks like this.
Section 3, shooting in a kneeling and prone position. Not all paintball bunkers are created equal. You need to spend twice as much time working on your skills in awkward positions as you do while in bunkers that allow you to stand. So Max, what can you tell us about kneeling and prone positions? But
Well,
you have to show me show me kneeling because I obviously can't because I'm wearing my little dress.
I will do it.
So where you
Sandra
go?
D. When you play in a prone or kneeling position, it's a little bit more difficult. So you have to really work on these a little bit harder techniques.
Simple. Let's go see how the Splat kids do it.
Let's do it. Taking a knee shooting, like I said, find the magic line. Put your knee a little bit further inside this time because you gotta make sure your knee is not showing, all right? Place it down with, now I'm on the right side, 7 o'clock. Not too far in like that. Like this, make sure the knee is not showing too much. Okay. And then, gun up, sit up, make sure your foot is out on the side to compensate for the movement, and then go. Now sometimes it can be hard to get this guy in. And if you can't really get him in from here, you might want to pop over the bunker. And by moving our foot in, moving this back, we get our knee up like this in there. And this way we can just lock everything down like this and use both legs popping over. So we keep the gun very steady. So what we do is we move the foot in, lift the knee up, okay? Lock everything down and just go over, like that. What you want to do is, as soon as you come over, as soon as the barrel is over the bunker like that, you start to fall. Because now you don't have muscles to bring you in from the snapshot. You got to rely on gravity to get you down. So what to practice on with this is to not come up too high and try not to stay over the top. Because every time you come over the top, you've been sitting like this. You don't have any idea of what's going on over there. So every time you come up, there might be new guys shooting at you. So if you stay up more than a second, bam. It's just an unnecessary way to get shot in paintball. Okay, so once again, to the side, make sure the foot is out. Lift the knee. Snakes are becoming more and more important. This is something that you can really work on, because laying down on our belly and snap shooting is the hardest snapshot we can do. So we really got to make sure that it's all the way out and elbow and everything is all the way in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the elbow close to the magic line now, and then put the knee right behind that elbow. The elbow is going to be like a stabilizer and also a pivot point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on the elbow like this, bam. It's almost like the same movement as standing up or kneeling down and snapshot. But what's gonna push us off now is inside knee. So we're a little bit wide like this between our knees. Elbow is in front of the knee with the elbow as a stabilizer. We push off with the left knee, bam. Imagine if you're like this, how hard it's gonna be to snapshot, because all this has to be inside. and the movement is going to be very long. But if you make sure your tank is out, you're going to be able to move the barrel closer to the magic line, and now the snapshot is only going to be this long. Easiest thing to do this is to first check where your magic line is. Then you try to find it on the ground. Place your knee right inside of it. Then you right like that, elbow right in front of that. And now try to get the gun out as far out as possible on the arm. Especially here, it's very, very important that you get your head in like that. Okay, now try to see the target in your head and push now with the left knee. Bam, like that. Yeah, good. 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 Remember, nose parallel to your feet. We also want to be able to snap shoot over. Every time you come up, you have no idea where they are. So what you can do is you can do a quick snapshot. So when you come up, you need to have a low profile and be really fast. So set up, same position with the elbow in front of the knee, and lean the gun like this. Think about where the target might be. Set up, and now you lift yourself with the back like this, pushing up with the knees. So you come up like this with a low profile. Okay. Now you might be asking yourself, isn't it better to come up and have a smaller profile this way? No, it's better to come up and have a low profile this way, because that way you can come down quicker. If you come up like this, he finds you, and when you're on your way down, you're gonna get shot in the hopper. So it's better to have an angle like this. So you come up with a little bit. Okay, that way you come up and down real quick. So once again, elbow in front of the knee, find the target, try to imagine in your head where the target is, and then you just go from there. And try not to stay up, try not to stick up more than you have to, just your barrel. As soon as your barrel comes up, you go down. And people get shot when they go up like this and they stay. There might be someone else shooting at him, you know? So make sure, just go up and down real quick. Same position. You can take your barrel bag off. Get it closer to the bunker. And aim at the target where you think the target is. Lean the gun down like that, so we get a low profile when we pop over. And now you're just gonna, it's gonna be like someone's lifting you like from here. Boom, like that. And you keep the gun in the same angle. Keep the gun in the same angle, and it's gonna go boom. So you come up like this. And down. Boom. To start off, it's important that you start off with your elbow down here, because if you don't have it down there and you sit up more, it's a big chance of your pack getting hit. Okay, then you can move a little bit forward, try to find the target again, you know, just so you get a little bit variation, so you don't stay in the same, because then you know you're exactly where the target is and you're not going to train very much. Okay, I'm back. Always try to see the target before you come out. Try to see it in your head. Like in any other sport, it's very, very important that you don't forget to breathe. Because the less you breathe, the more you're gonna tighten up, and the harder it's gonna be to do it.
Section 4, running and shooting.
Now that's a nice bikini, but we're gonna run and shoot. We're not going to the beach.
The paintballs come in all different colors, so I thought I'd blend in.
Way to represent.
There you go. And as you know, of course, one of the most advanced techniques in your playing arsenal should be the ability to run fast and shoot accurately. And luckily for you, only half of the pro players in the world are able to do this correctly. So you aren't in as bad shape as you might think you are. Maximus, on the other hand, of course, is one of the best in the world. So what makes you so special?
Training, 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 and then some more training. In this section, we're gonna show you how to run and shoot. It's not that hard, but it's gonna take a little bit of work from you because you need to get your legs stronger. So, by the way, I would love to see you train running and shooting that outfit. Can I teach you?
Yeah, right, you wish, Maximus. How about you go to the field and show those Splat kids how to do it? Shoot and run. Bye.
Okay, let's go, guys. Come on. Running and shooting, just like anything else, it's not very, very complicated. The only thing that running and shooting is about is keeping your barrel still. It's really all about just getting a stream of paint going and then adjusting that stream of paint. But if we don't have a stream of paint, if we're running like this and we have one ball over there and one ball over there, it's going to be hard to adjust because we don't know what paintball is in the right direction. So, how do we do this? The trick is to have your shoulders facing towards where we're running. What a lot of people do is they have the nose behind the gun like we do in the snap shooting, and then they just twist the whole body. But now the upper body is twist towards the target, but the legs are running towards somewhere else. So instead of running like a sprinter, you just run with your whole body towards where the goal. Now half the body is going to go somewhere else and the legs are going to go not very stable. You're not going to be able to keep the body steady. So how do we do this? How do we get the gun towards the target but the shoulders towards where we're running? Grab the front like you would grab a hammer. Then you put the hand underneath the grip and then you do like a biceps curl like this. Boom. And the side of your tank, you want it to end up where you usually have the center of the tank where you snap shoot. So now you move the front shoulder towards the rig so the gun comes more to the side. And now I have the shoulders towards where I'm running, but my gun is towards where I'm shooting. Put the nose to the side like that. So you have the nose pointing on the edge there, like that. Good, so it's not going to be as much behind. And then lean your gun towards where you're running, like this. If you have your gun straight, what's going to happen is you're going to get up straight really fast when you run, like this. And you're not going to run as fast. When you start running, you're accelerating. You want to be in a like forward-leaning position, so you can work good with your legs. So you need to have your gun leaning like that, so you end up in a good position for the running and shooting. The reason why people usually go like this is because they want to aim over the barrel. But what happens when we're like this is the gun is going to be very unsteady. So once again, grab the gun like a hammer like that, the front rig, other hand underneath, biceps curl up to there, place the side of the tank, inside of the tank in the shoulder like that, good. And now pull the gun towards you, like that, good. Now bend your legs a little bit, lean forward, chest up for balance. You remember how we talked about chest up? Good. And this is the basic stance of running and shooting. Now when we run, we want to take steps that are not jumpy at all. We don't want to jump like that. So what we got to do is we got to push off pretty late with the foot. When we push off with the calf, we push ourselves forward instead of up. Have you seen cross-country skiing? It's more like that. And not very jumpy, because then the barrel is going to go like this, right? So if we're going to run and shoot to the right, we take a step forward with the right foot. put the gun up like we did before. Left shoulder forward, nose on the gun, bend your legs, lean forward, and chest up. So bend your legs, lean forward, chest up for balance. It's very important that you keep your chest up. Nose on the gun on the left side here, and from here you just go. The biggest trick of running and gunning is to have strong legs and know how to run with the upper body steady, and that takes a little bit of muscles. And the way you can train it is, if you're just out running, you can just hold out a stick or something and try to keep it steady. Okay, so right foot forward, lean your gun. Remember, that's going to be the trickiest thing to change. Come up a little bit, elbow down a little bit more. So you want to almost keep the forearm parallel to your leg, like that. Good. Now bend your legs a little bit more and go. Good. Good. Left elbow in. And remember, elbow cannot be out here, because as soon as the elbow is out here, you're going to start bouncing with the guns. Here you go. Good. Now instead of letting your legs go all the way up back there, just have them more close to the ground like this. So what you can do is you can just practice running like this, where you almost touch the ground the whole time with your feet. It's almost like the road runner. You want to keep the upper body still, and then the legs just goes.
Section 5, breakout shooting. Maximus, what are some reasons that players should become good breakout shooters?
Well, if you're being able to eliminate an opponent in the beginning of the game, it definitely gives you a big advantage, because now you can make game-breaking moves, actually decide the game in the first 5-10 seconds. And that means you win a lot more games, and that means you get a lot more gold, just like you.
Well,
Beautiful.
there you have it.
Gold.
So let's load up some paint and work on our breakout shooting.
Break out and shoot. I think this is probably the most important part of the whole game, because a lot of games are settled the first 10 seconds of the game. The better you are at breakout shooting, the more extreme game plans you can come up with, the more guns you can have blazing. So there's two different ways to breakout shoot. Running out, you shoot in. Shooting from the center, you shoot out. And one is when you run out to the side. And when you do that, you always shoot in back at the center. Trying to shoot someone that runs out to the side when you're running out to the side is pretty much impossible, because you moving out to the side, he's moving out to the side, so forget about it. It's much better to run out to the side and shoot back at the shooters. What you accomplish by that is that you distract the people trying to kill your runners. So by you running out shooting back at a shooter, your front guy might make it up to his spot much easier. The second one is when you stay in the center. When you stay in the center, you shoot out at the runners. First one, running out to the side, you stand up with your heels parallel to the baseline there. If you're gonna run out to the right corner, you angle the right foot towards where you're gonna run. The other foot stays towards the opponent. Good. Now you move the weight over to your right foot. So now it's about 70-30 on the right foot. So what you want to do is you want to go from the basic running and shooting stance to the starting gate with a small movement as possible. So you set up the gun towards you're going to shoot, you rotate back like that, boom, to the starting gate, and then you put your head up and look at the target. But don't come up to here because you want to be close so you can find the gun. Now from here, what you're going to do is you want to synchronize, you want to time the swing up of the gun with the push up of the foot. Like this, bam. So what you do is you think about this push off with this foot and try to do that at the same time as you swing the gun up. So it's going to look like this. Why? What a lot of people do wrong here is that when they push off with this foot too early. That's going to look like this. So they get up really high, and then the next step they take is going to be very hard. Boom. So the barrel goes down a little bit. And what you're going to notice from that is that your first 2-3 balls are good, then the next 3-4 are going to be way off, and then you find the target again. So to avoid that, you keep this leg bent until you get out to about here. So you push towards more forward than up. Now remember, when you run out to the right, your paintball is moving to the right as it's being shot. So you have to aim a little bit more to the left when you run to the right. When you run to the left, you have to aim a little bit more to the right to compensate for that movement of the paintball. I'll show you one so you just know how it looks like. Baseline, parallel, gun up, get into the running and gunning position, down, head up, and then push off and swing up at the same time. Next one, go up to the center, shooting out. Looks like this. It's like a surfing position, but you're aggressive. Bam! You want to get forward, so I call it the surfing Chuck Norris. Because you're surfing, but you're always ready for whatever can happen. Chuck Norris is always ready. Get into the surfing position, bend your legs, try to get in a position that you're going to be walking up towards the center bunker. So if you're going to be walking this high, you want to be in this position before you start. Not up here and then go down, or down here and then come up, because that affects the barrel. Okay? So stay a little bit low like this. Lean forward, gun up, and now from here just keep the eyes on the target and just rotate back like this. Now the good thing about this is that we're swinging the gun in the same way as we're going to move, and then we have our masks to stop the gun. Bam! So we don't shoot too high or too low. So we set up here, bang, and all we do now is swing it back, and now as soon as the gun comes up, we already have it in a good position. You want to lean forward so you don't hit the knee here, because we got to get back to this. So what we do is this, barrel on the target, lean back a little bit, and then move the weight back, and then gun back like this. Then when it's game on, we swing the gun up and move to the front leg. So it's going to look like this. Game on. Bam. And then we could just keep walking up towards our center bunker. Usually we don't have to run very far. It's more important that we keep the stream focused up to that bunker. Find the target. Get low. Lean back on the back foot. Like that. So let's do it together. Like on the line like this. Now heels parallel to the baseline. We're gonna run out to the right. So we open up the right foot, put the gun up on the target, move the left shoulder forward, left shoulder forward. Good. Now bend. Okay, from here, just rotate back to the starting gate. Head up. And we push off with this leg at the same time as we swing up the gun. Now remember, don't get up like this. Don't push off here until you get to there, so you don't come up. Okay, ready? Go. Good. Okay, next one, when you move to back center bunker. So, try to look cool like Chuck Norris. Half the thing of getting kills off the break is really to focus on where you're gonna shoot. You gotta be 100% focused, all right? See the kill already before you start shooting. Front foot pointing forwards, like that. Good. Pretty wide between your feet. Bend your legs. Bend your legs like this, good. Put the gun up. Now lean forward and back. Now is the only time that it's okay to get the elbow up like this. Good. We do that so we can be able to rotate the gun back like this. Go. Boom. Okay, let's try it now by taking a couple steps. Try to really make sure that your barrel stays stable. All right? Stay in the same level with your waist as you're gonna walk in. 10 seconds. Go. Sometimes on some fields, there's only like a lay down bunker to go to. And what you want to do then is you want to be able to go low and key shoot. For example, in the Super 7, we have a barn that usually is a back center bunker. And to avoid getting hit by paint dropping in like that, we have to learn how to get really low when we do this. So it's going to look a little bit funny, but it's effective. We get even lower. 10 second, game on. Because remember, if you move your barrel this much, just a centimeter up and down, that means like a yard higher or lower, a couple of feet difference. Just this little movement right here. When the paintball hits over there, it's going to be a huge difference. So it's important to get the barrel completely still. Let's break out shooting for you.
Section 6, sliding. Slip, slide, and away.
I can see
Is that
you
right?
slid into something different, which is very, very fitting for what we're going to talk about now.
Well, thank you. Well, as you can see, the ability to slide properly is almost as important as being able to run properly in paintball. Maximus, why is that?
When you play paintball, you go down very, very hard when you run into a bunker. And to decrease the chance of getting hurt, you need to practice sliding. This is also going to help you with not getting shot as often, because if you got a nice slide, you can avoid getting shot and you stay in the game a lot longer. So sliding is very, very important. And follow me and I will show you how, all right? When we practice this in the parks in Stockholm, people think we're a little bit crazy. We use sticks though, so people don't get upset you running around in the park with a paintball gun. But if you can do it at a paintball field, it's a good idea to take your barrel off and your loader in the beginning when you're not used to this. And also we set up a bunker so we can time the slide, so we don't slide too early and stop here in the danger spot where the paint is coming in, and that we don't always slide. So it's always good to have a bunker so you can train sliding and stopping in the right position. Sliding, a big part of the game, like everything else. if you know how to slide right, it means you can run full speed into bunker, just go down, get really low, and get a very low profile when you slide past that dangerous spot, which is right in front of the bunker where people are trying to shoot at you. First, we're going to start off with a baseball slide, which is like a 180-degree slide, because you run in like this, you slide around like that, and you stop your slide with a foot. So you're going from here to there. First, we're going to start off with it as if we were running to the left on the field. If we're running to the left of the field, it means they're going to shoot us and hit our right side. We need to go down with our right hand for this slide, so we keep the gun in the left hand. What's also good about this is that we cover the gun. So if we get shot, we get shot here in soft places where it might bounce, instead of getting shot in the gun where it's definitely going to break. Also, when you go down into the slide, you now have the gun up here, so you can kind of like spring it, so it prevents you from smashing the gun when you do your slide and breaking paint in your hopper, which is not a fun thing. All right. So first, take a step forward with the right foot, get low, step with the left foot, put the hand down to the side, not forward, because if we put down forward, we might dislocate our shoulder or we might break our wrist, because we put a lot of pressure on the hand like that. So try to put it to the side like that. Keep your right knee up still. Now what you're going to do is you're going to jump up and kick the left leg, not towards where we're running, a little bit to the left. It's going to look like this. You jump off and kick the left leg. Boom. Now here, in the slide, to prevent you from going like this, you got to hold yourself up with this hand. Once again, right step, get low, left step, hand into the side, and now jump off and kick to the left with the left foot, okay? Bam, like that. Good. And what you want to land on is the side here and your hips. We're going to bring in a Thai boxer here to show you how hard it is here. Come here. Okay, kick. A little bit higher. Here. You can take a lot of beatings, and look at him, he's even stronger than me. See? Doesn't hurt. But you got to be careful. Your knees is what you can hurt. And if you hurt your knees, you're not going to be playing paintball anymore. Thank you very much. Let's try it to the right. So, left step forward. Get low. Right step. Hand in to the side, bam. And now, kick with the right foot. Bam. And so you should end up in this position with the left foot in front of your right leg. So you look like Chuck Norris when he's flying. And remember, your gun is here. Not over here, not over here. It's over your hips. So you can spring it and make sure you don't break paint or smash your gun. Once again, okay, left step, get low, right step, hand in, and then kick with the right leg, bam, like that. Now, to help me out a little bit, I'm gonna have a stream of paints. That's one paintball, you're one paintball, you're one paintball. One person here, one person here, paintball over here. Now this is the stream of paint coming, okay? What we want to do is, when we run into a bunker, we want to try to cross this stream of paint. We want to try to cross it 90 degrees, like this. Now when the paintballs come flying here, if I cross that stream like this, the chance of me getting hit, come on paintball, boom, is bigger. So I want to cross the stream with a 90-degree angle as much as possible. Pam. Off the break is going to a bunker. It's not always best to go straight towards it. Usually it's best to run straight to the side to get through the stream of paint as quick as possible. Bang, with a 90-degree angle, run past it. Now stop, use your bunker as protection and go up to it. So it's not always best to run straight to bunker. Now we have set up, we have our stream of paint flying, and we're gonna slide into the bunker. what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice how far to slide. It's gonna look like this. Bam. So we get past this stream really, really fast. Once again. Bam. So, if we have good speed here, we can put this foot down to stop the slide and to use that speed going sideways to bring us up. Bang, like that. Always trying to land here because it's rock hard. You need to use your arms more when you run. What you want to do is you want to work with your arms like this, like a train almost. You know, bam, bam, bam. Because the arms is a lot of the speed when you run. So instead of holding your arms still, what you want to do is you want to work with your arms. Bam, bam, bam. Drag you forward in the run. Work with your arms and not too much to the side, more forward. Good. I'm happy that you did this because I did it at one time in my life and it never ever ever helped me. Focus on just getting into the slide. Just run instead of putting the hand up because this slows you down. And you don't want to slow down when you're here because this is the danger spot. You want to go full speed and then focus on bam, getting the hand down. Good. Good. Okay, just like the baseball slide, it's very important to get low before we shoot off into the slide. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure the gun is in a good position here. Like we cannot hold it sloppy, we gotta be bam, really holding on to it, okay? And we're gonna go down on our elbows, so we definitely need elbow pads when we do this. Very important that our knees don't come down in the slide because we are gonna hurt ourselves if they do. Okay, so gun, steady, bam. Take a step forward with left foot, get low. Right foot, get down. Place our forearms down like this. Elbows, we're gonna land on the elbows, so we make sure the gun is up like this. Hold it up again. Now, when we shoot off, boom, make sure the gun, you hold your arms steady so your gun doesn't come back like this, because then you can hurt yourself, okay? So make sure you dedicate, you really go dedicated into the slide. You gotta make sure, no hesitation, okay? So knees up, make sure knees don't go in. From here, we shoot off and land on our belly and bam, spring our legs up, shoot our legs up like this, you know? So what we're gonna tighten is our arms and our legs are gonna go boom, boom. And no hesitation, all right? But what you can think about is you're gonna go down with your elbows first. It's almost like one of these things. That's how you break the fall, okay? So you gotta be, you cannot hesitate. Okay, now we're gonna do it in a little bit faster. Go. Good, good. Usually you're very stressed about getting into the snake because there's always a lot of people trying to stop you from getting to a deadly spot like the snake. So you gotta make sure you go super fast. We're running to the left side, so gun in the left hand. Make sure you get low before you take off into the slide, right? It's gonna look like this. And then quick into the snake, bam. You run, you get low, and then just shoot off, right? I prefer to go in like that on one side, boom, because then you can hold your gun and spring it off. Make sure it doesn't, bam, slam the ground like that, and you get really low. Also here, right before the danger spot, where I can get shot, I shoot off, bam, to get extra speed getting past that danger spot. But make sure you're low, because if you shoot off, when you're up here, you're gonna go up and then bam, down. So make sure you're down before you shoot off like that. Get low, 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 bam, like that. Now, when you do these slides, you gotta think about, here's the danger spot. So here, I wanna be low and I wanna pass quick. So prepare yourself here and start sliding right before that. And make sure you have enough speed so you just get past it. 100%, come on Spencer, you can do it. Down on the elbows, good. Good.
Section 7, drills. They say practice makes perfect and paintball training is no exception. The best teams in the world spend hours developing drills and exercises that they use to hone their abilities. Maximus, as one of the foremost experts in training, what drills can you recommend?
5 different drills that we do all the time, and it's the coach slow motion drill, the switch up snap shooting drill, and it's the posting snap shooting drill, bang. We do the breakout shooting drill and the slalom drill.
So they're the most important 5 for you?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, I hope the Splack kids are ready for this, so let's head back to the field and find out.
Okay guys, we're gonna do drills now. These are drills that we've been working a long time on. What we try to do is we're trying to make the drills as efficient as possible. What we've done is, instead of making have 10, 12 different drills, we cut it down to 4 or 5 very, very efficient drills. The first one is a coach slow-mo snapshot. What you do is you stand behind the bunker like this, and then you tell your coach where to put his nose. So you look at the target, you look at the side of your bunker, and make sure it's right in between that. To help us out, now we have a magic line going here. So you want to put his nose exactly on the magic line, the yellow magic line here. Good. So we're gonna use him. He's gonna tell me if I'm sticking out with anything. He's also gonna tell me as soon as I'm in, you're gonna say stop when you can't see me anymore. So when I take the snapshot, stop. Okay, and that's why it's so important to go slow motion, so you can perfect the snapshot. Stop. Now let's try down on a knee. Make sure you get, if you're on the right side, the foot towards 7 o'clock and the knee about 1.5 inches inside. And then you set up so the outside here of your shoulder is on the outside, same vertical line as the outside of your knee. Okay, let me know if I'm exposing anything, all right? And make sure you don't shoot the coach. The next drill is a drill where you practice on finding the magic line. It's a drill where you switch from side to sides. You just take one shot on each side, and then you switch, and then you take a shot from that side, and then you switch again. Setting up properly is very, very important before each snapshot. Do not stress this. Set up properly, make sure you get close to the magic line, and then take a snapshot. This way, you're always gonna shoot good. Just coming into a bunker and then go bam, it's just a waste of time, and the chance that you're gonna hit is big. Okay, so when you switch from one side to the other, how do we do it? A lot of people, they go like this, but that makes it hard to keep control of the gun, and you have to stand far away from the bunker to be able to do that. The way I prefer, and that I think is the best way to do it, is you start off with the tank moving down from your shoulder down to the other side's left pocket. So if you're on the right side, you aim the tank down to your pocket. So you let go of the reg hand and you let the gun, the tank, go down to the left side pocket like that. You don't rotate it, you don't lean it like that at all, you just go like that. Catch it, grab the regulator with the other hand, and now open up and place it up on the shoulder again. The good thing about this is when you put it up on your shoulder, you have two hands, making sure the gun is steady so you get it in the right place straight away. By doing it this way too, makes you able to stand really, really tight in the bunker. Bang. Let me demonstrate. What you just do is just let the gun slide on the side of the bunker, come out to this side, and bam. And now look how close I can be to the bunker as I'm doing this. Make sure your barrel doesn't come up like this, because that way you might show the opponent that you're switching side, and now he knows you're not on this side anymore. And that's easy, as easy as that. The more you practice it, the better you're gonna get at it. It's a drill where you get stressed up, just like in a game. So you have to stay relaxed and set up properly, because the better I set up, the bigger chance of me hitting you, and the smaller the chance of me getting hit. What you can do is you can stop the drill, and then you just say, hey, Max, wait up a minute. Your baggy pants are showing a little bit, so make sure your feet are inside the magic line. This is how you get a feeling for it. Plus, it's every time you set up, it gets a little bit stressful, you know, because you know the guy is going to shoot at you, so it teaches you how to relax in the drill. It's important that you, as soon as I take the shot, that you move over quick. Okay, and as soon as you see something, you shoot it. So remember, when you come up posting, pose like the snapshot. You try to keep your elbow in, so you're as a small target as possible. Get the barrel out more, lean the gun a little bit more, nose parallel to your feed neck, and get the elbow in. Good, now you're a small target. Ready? Hey, only shoot. Did you see something there? Did you see my arm before I went on? Good. That way I know if I'm sticking out something, he will shoot it, and that way I know that I'm sticking out. So it's important that you only shoot as soon as you see something when you're doing the posting up. Okay, good shot. You ready? Now we did this drill on a short distance, like 20 feet, which is very short. And if you stay out too long, the times I got shot now was when I stayed out and shot 2-3 balls, and that's way too long on this short distance. You should only come out and take one shot, okay, to make sure that you come in alive, all right? If it's maybe 25, 30 feet, you can take 2, maybe 3 shots. So the longer it is, the more shots you can take, because the longer before his paint gets to you. Good shooting. It's a drill where you need 4 bunkers, and you can do it 2-on-2, 3-on-3. What you do is you have a back center, 2 back center bunkers, and you have 2 back corner bunkers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 2 guys in the back center, 2 guys here, 2 guys on the other side. It's gonna be the back center guy shooting for the runner, and the other guy is going to be a runner running out to a corner, shooting back at the back center. Back center guy is going to stand so you can see the outside of the bunker on the other side. This is to help the runners to practice, to actually have something to shoot at. Now, if we have 6 people, we're going to have the coach to this, someone who's going to sit in front of the bunker and see where the shooter, the guy running out, see where his paint is hitting on this back center. And what you're gonna do is, you're gonna see where the paint is hitting here. And as soon as the drill is over, when the runners gets to the corners, you turn around and you let your corner guy know where his paint was shooting. Another important thing is, after the drill, you raise your hand and just show where you get hit. Whatever input you can give to each other, the more it helps out the team to get better. Cool, so let's try it. And remember, back center guys, they need to see each other, okay? Because the drill is not gonna be any good for the guy running out if the back center guy's in here, you know? It's not gonna have anything to shoot at.
Go, go, go! You're shooting too low.
Now, this drill is a little bit hard for the runners to run and gun in the wide open like this, but that makes it a really, really good practice. So the harder the drill is, the more it's going to teach you. This is the toughest drill we're going to do today, and it incorporates a lot of different skills. We got to find the magic line, we got to snap shoot a target on our knees, and then we're going to take off from the knee to running and shooting, and then we're going to slide into bunker and come up, take another shot on a knee, get up to running and shooting, and then sliding in. So you do snap shooting, running and shooting from your knee, and slide. So it's a good drill. Left knee down. Now it's very important that you don't have your foot too far forward or too close to the other knee. You need to keep it out, so you're going to be able to shoot off to running and shooting from here. Okay, what we're doing is we're going to fall about 45 degrees forward, and as we're doing that, we're going to push off with this foot and with this knee. So that way we get a nice acceleration without affecting the barrel too much. And it's going to look like this. Bam, take control, and then take off. Go, whenever you're ready. Good, good. So the drill is like this. You start in this bunker. You find a magic line. Okay, sit tight. You go out, bam, you take a snapshot. You go in to make sure you don't get hit by his paint. You come out again, you take control. You go to running, shooting from here. Okay, and now, what a lot of people think is that they have to run and shoot all the way into the bunker, which you don't really have to. It's more important that you get ready for the slide. So stop shooting like maybe 10 feet before the bunker. Get ready for the slide, get low, and slide in. Now from here, you switch hands, get up, find the magic line, make sure you're not showing, head check, go out, check, shoot at him, come out again, take control, go to running and shooting. And the reason why we don't have to run and shoot all the way out is because he's never gonna have a chance to come out and shoot at you like right before you go down. And I want you to be 100% ready for the slide so you don't hurt yourself. Okay, sit up again, switch hands, get ready, bam, take control. And boom, that's drill over. When we did this training a lot with Joy, we do this 6 times. Then we take an air break, breathe a little bit for 2-3 minutes. And then we do it 6 more times. Air break, breathe a little bit, and then 6 more times. So 18 times every time we practice. And after like 3-4 practices, wow, you were moving so differently on the field. Like everybody got really good at sliding, running and shooting, everything. It was unbelievable. All right, let's do it. Take control and go, go. Good. Now slide. Good. Quick up. Find the magic line. Find the magic line. Head check first. Head check. Find the magic line. Set up. Good. Take control. Good. Find it. Left knee down. Left knee down. Good. Take control. Hit the target. And when you have control, then good. Good, that's it. What happens here is we get too much into it. We're like, oh, start going crazy. Whoa, just start stressing. We are never gonna stress. We're always gonna be cool. So when you got in there, what happened was you start, oh, and now you're gonna shoot much worse because you're tightening up and you're not gonna be relaxed and get those shots right. Like if you're just a little bit more relaxed. So what you can do, you get to a bunker, you have no idea what's going on. You slide in, you have no idea what's out there. So you go in, slide, get up, now take a deep breath, head check. Okay, now, because if I just get in here and go, oh, someone might have seen you slide into here and they start blazing here and you come out, bang. It happened to me so many times. Game on, I run out to my bunker and I just go bam, straight out and get shot. So just relax, take a deep breath, and then continue what you were gonna do. Bam. And that's it, folks.
Section 8, Paintball Fitness. The days of the 300-pound paintball back player are long gone. To stay competitive, today's paintballer needs to incorporate a fitness program and a healthy diet into their training if they hope to see the winner's circle. Maximus, can you tell me, how can the rest of us get into world-class physical shape here like you?
There's 3 things we have to focus on to get in good paintball fitness. And first of all, it's cardio. Second of all, weight training. And third, diet. All right? These 3 things are really going to help you improve your game a lot.
Well, why don't you go pump some iron and show us how it's done?
I will do that. I will pump you up. Like sometimes you might come to like a paintball tournament or practice or whatever, and you play the first, the second game, and you feel really bad, you know, you're very stiff, you don't really get your game on. To avoid that, what we do is we always warm up before we play. Also, what's really important is not to get hurt, because you don't want to sit for 5-6 months on the sideline watching the paintball games because you didn't warm up and you didn't do your stretches. So to avoid injuries and to get started, we always warm up. Now, these exercises that we're going to show you, you can also use them as like a physical drill to get stronger and more flexible in your paintball game. So let's do it. First one, get in the basic stance, shoulder width, bend your legs a little bit, gun up, weight over to the right side, lift your left foot, put the toe down, just the toe, and then go straight down, let your elbow touch the knee a little bit, in the basic stance. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Remember, we're doing it, this is warm up, so do it slow, no need to rush. We're still a little bit stiff and cold, so take your time, do it slow. What you can do too, is you can tap your trigger to get your fingers started. Good, that's it. Do about 10 to 15. Good, switch side. Weight over to the left foot. Place the right toes down, but don't put the right heel down. Okay, ready? You breathe out where it's most hardest, so out here. And breathe in on your way down. Now, make sure that the foot is straight forward, so your knee goes forward and not to the side when you do this. Now, keep your gun in your left hand, because you want to take a step forward with your right foot, like this. Keep the width between your feet for balance. So make sure you don't step on, so you stand on a line like this. You want to keep the width for balance. Big step, good. Now, get down like this. Take the gun up in the running position. So you lean the gun out like that, good. Place your nose on the back of the gun like that, like we did when we were running and shooting. Good, and from here, you just lower the back knee to the ground, but you don't touch the ground, just close to it. 1, 2, good. Make sure that shooting forearm is relaxed, so you get a good trigger pull fast, and hold this hand really steady. Okay, just like the first one, 10 to 15 is good. Up, switch hands. Now, think about right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot, down. Good. Up. Now this is one of my favorites. It's fun. Gun right hand still. Stand a little bit wider. Gun up, chest up. Make sure you don't fall forward. Good. Basic position by the wider stance. And now slowly, we're warming up, so make sure you don't hurt yourself. Slowly down to the sumo pose, like this. Okay. Then karate is out to the side like this. Good. Up. Sumo. Switch hands. Sumo. Look at the target, don't look at the gun. Karate. Up. Sumo. stay. Make sure your knees are out to the sides like this. Good. Switch. 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 Make sure you don't drop your posture here. Keep your chest up. Good. Now down to karate. And go low from right side to left side. Switch your hand. Good. From left to right. Good. One more time. And up. Perfect. I'm going to show you an exercise that they use in Brazil when they warm up for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighting. One of the best exercises out there to get warmed up and flexible. Okay, wide stance, straight legs. Now lean forward, chest up still. And when you start warming up, you start off with just half circles like this. And breathe in on the way down and out on the way up. Okay, now all the way up. Now we're gonna do 5 turns first way, because this is the first time you do it. When you get better and better at it, you can do like 7, 8, 9, 10 turns each way. Okay, so let's start to the left. When you do it, it's important to do it slow, because what you do now as you're moving is that you're working with the muscles as you're stretching them up. So it's a very efficient way to stretch and get ready. Okay, one more. Good. Okay, now place your hands down on the ground like this. Jump in with your feet. Place your elbows on the inside of your knees. You can go a little bit wider with your hands if you want to. Now, move the weight over to your hands. It's almost like you would be able to lift your feet like that. And now, push your knees out with your elbows and lower your backside to the ground and stretch out the groin. Do you feel that stretch? Yeah, good, right? This is a very good way to get more flexible. And these are muscles that people usually forget to stretch. Follow me, get up like this. And this is like a Tai Chi version of the breakout. So if you get to learn how to do it slow, you're gonna be able to do it fast, okay? It's all about finding the balance and working the muscles. This is the same posture as the breakout shooting. So, gun in the right hand, a little bit wider than shoulder width. Now, the right foot, since we're running to the right corner, the right foot goes out to the right. Move the weight over to the right foot. Okay, so bend your legs, get the weight over to the right foot. Place the nose on the gun. Now rotate back like we did before. Head up and move like this. Over to the right foot. Good. And back. Head up. You push off with this foot, with this leg, and you swing up the gun at the same time. Okay, go. Now make sure you don't go up like that. You need to keep this leg bent all the way out till you get to there, so you don't take that step. But think about this when you do this, that you want to move to the side and not up. Lean the gun out like you were going to run and shoot. Good. Now rotate back from there, just with the upper body locked down. Look up and bend your legs and go. Good. Next one, get the snapshot warmed up and work the muscles on the side. Remember now, slow motion. Not too fast, because you're not going to train your muscles as good if you do it fast, if you stress. Okay? And even though you're working out slow, you're still going to be able to do the movement fast, so no stress. Gun up on the right side. Okay. Bend your legs a little bit. Now, snap slow. Ram. Get low. Shoot. If you know how to do this good, you're going to be able to pop out all over the bunker. Good. Then the next step would be taking a knee like that. Good. Switch side. Good. Awesome. Last one. This I learned from my Thai boxing class. It's a good way to stretch out the backside. All right. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bend down, touch the ground, and then from here you're gonna straighten out the legs using the front side here, your muscles on the front side. Okay. Go straight, hold for 1 second, and down. Now, if you cannot touch the ground, if you're not flexible enough now in the beginning, what you can do is you can just put something in front of you to raise up a little bit. Okay, and go. Straighten your legs. Good. Straighten your legs, hold for a second. Good. Then you can put your head down like this and push. Push. Very good. And do about 15 of those. And you're gonna find yourself getting flexible really fast. Very good exercise. Now we warmed up our legs, our torso, our abs are warmed up, our lower back. Now we gotta warm up our shoulders a little bit. Okay, so get down like this. Okay, straighten your legs, get your butt up, and now do like a push-up, and we call it the worm, and you do it like this. Without touching the ground, come up to here. And then you go back the same way. Chest close to the ground, then face. Good, up. First down with your forehead, then your chest. Good, 2. Back. Good. Up. Back. Now these exercises are really good for your paintball ability. Like, they really train everything you use in paintball. So if you want to use this as a training program and not just a warm-up, what you can do is you can do 3 rounds of this. Now we did 1 for warm-up, but add 2 more and you're gonna get a very good paintball workout. Let's move on to the stretches. There's 4 muscles that I feel are very important to stretch before you play, and it's your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, and your hip flexors. Let's start off with the glutes. Sit down. Straighten your right leg. Put the left foot on top of the right knee. Now go around with your right arm, around like this, around your left leg. Now sit up straight. Make sure you let your knee hang down like this. So try to get close to your foot here. Good. And then sit up straight and pull this towards you. You can help a little bit with the left hand. So the more you sit up straight, the better stretch you're gonna get. So now we're gonna pull for like 5 seconds. We're gonna pull really hard. Like, okay, pull. Get the stretch really strong, like almost so it hurts. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let go slowly. Switch legs. Sit up straight, and then help out a little bit with the right hand. And now ready for that push for 5 seconds. 2, 3, go. 3, 2, 1, let go. Good. Now straighten your right leg out like this. Put the left foot on the inside of the right leg. Now we're gonna stretch the hamstrings, but we're also gonna try to get a little bit of stretch on the lower back. So what we do is we rotate over to the left knee like that with your upper body, and then like a ballet dancer, we go down to the right side, grab the right wrist with your right hand, and then pull yourself down. Try to get the head closer to your right kneecap. Okay, ready for that push? 3, 2, 1, go. Switch. Left leg straight. Good. Now rotate to the right knee and grab your wrist with your left hand and go over like that. And get ready for the pull. 3, 2, 1, go. Far out into the stretch. Push, 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 push. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and get up slowly. Good. Now get up. Put the right foot in front of you. Now take a big step forward like that and try to move your left side hip flexors, like your hips, forward like that. And stay up like this. You can put your hands on top of your knee. Make sure you get good balance and then stretch out the left hip flexors. Okay, now move back like this. Put your right hand down, and grab the left foot with your left hand and work your way forward again. Pull your foot towards your back so you get a good stretch on the quads. Now hip flexors and the quads are, I would say, the most easiest muscles to hurt, so it's very important that you stretch these out. Okay, now move back like this and let go. Switch side. Big step. Put your hands on your knee and move forward like that. Really try to get a good stretch here. Okay, now move back. Watch out for those cramps, hamstring cramps, and grab your foot and pull it up. Left hand down, pull up that foot and pull it towards your back. Okay, now lean back, go back again and let go. Now, this is something that we do every time we train or when we play with Joy Division, and it's helped us almost, we've stayed, I would say 99% injury free. So, knock on wood, do your stretches and you're gonna stay well. Now, good techniques is going to take you far, but to go all the way, you need good equipment.
So Maximus, what do you shoot?
What I use is the Angel for paintball marker. It's from WDP, best shooting marker out there. It's the world's most advanced marker by far. I use the Gorilla Air Reg on my gun with, of course, the NXC bottle cover. The Velocity from U-Loader, definitely the lightest and best loader out there. Feeds 200 rounds, lets you shoot whatever fragile paint you got as fast as you want, and just makes your setup so much better.
So that's quite a stiffy you've got there, Maximus.
Stiffy, joystick, stiff stick, whatever they come out with, it's the most high-tech barrel on the market. Super light, carbon fiber, completely vibration free because of the carbon fiber. The material on the inside is super hard, much harder than polished aluminum, and will therefore last for a lot longer time, staying completely polished on the inside. They have actually made a leopard version there too, called the Joystick.
So tell me what I'm holding here.
It's a Draxus paintball from ProCaps. It's the roundest, the most accurate paintball out there. It never breaks in our barrel, it always breaks on our target. Super fragile, but never breaks in your barrel. NXC, the best packs on the market, and they made a beautiful leopard pack. Much love from NXC. Now, dye goggles, without them you cannot play. The most important piece of safety equipment you need. That's why I only trust dye to protect my face. They let me protect my face with style. Dye gear, the freshest gear out there. Bunker King gear, freshest gear on the market. If you want to look cool, you wear it. Bunker King, we kill suckers. Now to train, we need the reballs. The best training tool you can get is the reball. The most economical and best way to reach pro level without wasting tons and tons of paint and spending lots of dollars. The reball is the stuff to use. We use it, it's taking us all the way. Use the reball. If you get a snap box, you can use the reballs so much more. You can put it up in your house and shoot the reballs in your house and practice every day, every hour, every minute if you want to.
So we have some Splat kids here that would also love to thank their sponsors, David, Spencer, and Alan. David, aren't you a little too old to be a Splat kid?
Yeah, I'm a kid at heart, but somebody has to keep these guys in line.
Good one.
I'm also the official spokesperson for the team. Splat Kids would like to thank Evil, PMI, RPS, JT, Warp Sports LA, SC Village, Stiffy, Pure Energy, Extreme Rage, HK Army and PB Fashion, Bonus Balls, Hollywood Sports, Empire, Viewloader, Diablo, The Infinity Legend, and of course, Splat Magazine.
All right, that brings us to the end of One with the Gun. I hope you all learned as much as I did, and Maximus, thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you guys for hanging in there. I'd like to thank my sponsors that made all of this happen. And I want to thank especially Mom, Dad, the Splat Kids, you, Lisa.
Thank you. I'm your host, Splat Girl Lisa Gleave, and thank you for watching One with the Gun.